Irvin White III told police he wanted to right a wrongful deed he committed, that back in February 2014, he and two others robbed the Jigo Bank of Guam at gunpoint and made off with over $11,000 in cash. In his confession, he implicates his father, Jackery White, who served as the getaway driver, and Edward Baza Jr., who served as the gunman. All three were arrested last Thursday and appeared before Magistrate Judge Alberto Tolentino on Saturday afternoon, where they were formally charged.
Word Napati Boston, the people of Guam are charging you with robbery as a second-degree felony, with the special allegation of the possession and use of a deadly weapon in the commission of the felony, conspiracy to commit robbery. Irvin Munya White III, the people of Guam are charging you with conspiracy to commit robbery and robbery, both as second-degree felonies. Jackery White, or also known as Zachary B. White, people of Guam are charging you with conspiracy to commit robbery and robbery with guilt established by complicity, both as second-degree felonies.
So how did the robbery unfold? Court documents state that Jackery White was the mastermind of it all and that the three would meet at his Dedido ranch a week before the heist to plan it. Baza would volunteer to get the gun, Jackery would be the getaway driver, and Irvin would collect the cash and place it in a backpack strapped to his chest. A week later, their plans materialized and they picked the Jigo Bank of Guam for its location. Secluded and surrounded by jungle, they had many escape routes to choose from. As seen on surveillance footage, Baza dressed in all black, wearing a Spider-Man mask, and Irvin dressed in a fluorescent shirt and a black mask. The two men entered the bank after Jackery gave the all clear. Jackery would stay parked in the jungle area behind the bank in his silver single-cab Ford Ranger and wait for the two to return. It would have been a clean escape had Baza not dropped a magazine from his 9mm pistol on the way out. Although Irvin picked it up as they continued running for the jungle, little did they know a single 9mm cartridge had ejected. Before heading back to the ranch to change and divide the loot, they stopped at the store to buy drinks. Although police state they were never able to recover the stolen money, White indicates they split the cash almost equally between the three and that he spent his share to buy ice and deposited the remaining $600 into his checkings account. Court documents also state the men wanted to hit the Bank of Hawaii in Tamuning next because that's where Baza worked as a maintenance worker and he knew the layout of the building. All three men remained behind bars on $1 million cash bail. Assistant AG Jesse Nasis.
The people are recommending $1 million cash bail for each of the defendants for the reason that they pose a serious danger to the community. This case involved the robbery at the Bank of Guam and Jigo, where each of the three defendants wore masks, entered the bank armed with a gun while the employees and patrons of that bank were inside. Defendants Jackery White and Irvin White admitted to being involved in the robbery, and in their confessions, they identified defendant Baza as the gunman.
Given the nature, or given the facts of the case, the court agrees with the government's recommendation of $1 million in cash.
Their arrests are a surprising twist of events as last year 4 men were arrested in connection to the bank robbery. As we've been reporting, Jathan Titata was the first man to confess to the heist, where he identified himself and Ricky McIntosh Jr. as the gunman, Vincent Santos as the getaway driver, and Antonio Quirigua the lookout before the robbery occurred. Because Titata failed to testify against his co-defendants, McIntosh, Santos, and Quirigua were acquitted of the robbery charges, but remained behind bars for other cases. Titata was sentenced to 10 years behind bars for the bank robbery, but according to Irvin White, Titata had nothing to do with the heist. The Attorney General's office is currently looking into the matter. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.